Hi everyone, this is Paige from Maine Speedways, and I'm excited because we are gathering with people who are involved in the golden era of racing. A few of those people that we will be talking with today, one that I'm super excited about is Allan Zelma, and we have Roger Landry coming today as well, and Steve Pellerin, and Phyllis Wolstenhulme, just to name a few. We also have Jim Libby coming, who is from the Libby family, who is truly one of the founding fathers of racing in Maine. So we are excited to talk with them, get their stories and memories so that it can be carried for generations to come.
Well, I'm Jim Libby. Nice to see you. My father was Bob. A lot of Libbys in racing. So, but we're all pretty much related. My uncle Phil drove right from the very beginning at Beech Ridge Speedway in 1949. My uncle George really was more the builder. I think some of my memories and stories will go back more to my childhood because I wasn't a driver myself. My father was I would say he was a good driver, about 1954 and 66, maybe 67. And then he kept driving into the 70s. But I think he's more known as an official, really. Especially at Beech Ridge, but he was the head of the Pine State Racing Association in Oxford, and then he went over to the MSSCRA, and he was president for 15 years there. And so I like to tell people I didn't miss a race from even when I was an infant. I got pictures, so I always laugh at those. From 1961 to about, I'm 65 years old, so 1961 to about 1986, I went to every single race except 3 weeks when I was ill. I had pneumonia, but and then after that I kept going, but more 4 or 5 times a year. I had other interests that I went on to do. In recent years, though, I've come back. My son Brett has raced in the Legend Series the last 3 years, so I did a lot with him. We raced down to Star mostly because Beech Ridge was gone. That was kind of one of our goals that we weren't able to achieve, was to get him to race. My son Brett to race at Beech Ridge, but he did get to race at Oxford and Wiscasset and Star and some other race venues. So yeah, I mean, I'm basically I brought a lot of information, like just scrapbook stuff, in case anyone wanted to see it. But like I said, a lot of it is from the 50s and 60s. So it's more curiosity maybe than anything else. But I'll be glad to show anything to you if you'd like to see it.
And your dad really raced all over Maine.
He raced all over New England and up into Canada.
Oh, wow.
But his 2 favorite tracks were the ones that he spent time, working on. He worked really closely with Jim McConnell. We always call him Jim, not JB. But he was a family friend. I knew him well, and we really cared about the guy. And it was a great relationship, the association and the ownership. That was, I think, kind of a neat thing. But everybody that was involved in racing from, the 50s all the way up through, my father knew. And just keeping track of them. And he would always have something nice to say about pretty much everybody. I was talking to Rick Zelma today about that. My father always said just great things about you, Rick. And so he commanded that I follow your car and like cheer for you.
I enjoyed talking to him.
The only person I was not allowed to cheer for, I don't know if you can guess this, but of course the Libbys, and we're always racing against Homer Drew. So we couldn't. And now today, I tell the Drew family, we really were rooting for you. We just couldn't say it outwardly, and we did like you, but we couldn't. But yeah. So yeah. He used to have something to say about everybody. Like Bob Bear. You always tell me Bob Bear will turn whatever you tell him to turn into gold. That's what he would always. Guys like that. So Dick Wolstenhulme is one of the finest drivers that ever lived. Yeah, really, he would say that.
And Dick's favorite driver was Phil Libby.
Yeah.
Mine was Roger Shaw.
Yeah. My Uncle Phil was on a long win streak there.
Yeah.
My father was on a win streak too, turning cars over and rolling them once in a while. Several meets in a row. But anyway, So yeah, we love racing, and I don't know that I could answer a lot of questions because I've forgotten more than I remember, but I did try to bring some
Old age.
memorabilia. And,
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah.